Hey, book lovers. Welcome to Plot on the Rocks, the podcast where representation is crucial and it's always for the plot.
We're your hosts, Alicia, Rakia, and Tia, three friends dedicated to honoring the brilliance and the power of Black and POC authors.
We got some hot takes, some spoilers, don't worry, we'll always warn you, and deep convos on culture, identity, and everything in between.
Each week we dive deep into a new book, share our unfiltered thoughts, and celebrate the writers who are reshaping the literary world, one story at a time.
And fair warning, if you're here for a calm, quiet book club, this might not be what you're looking for.
Grab your favorite drink, curl up with us, and let's talk books. The ones that move us, excite us, and keep us flipping pages way past our bedtime.
So lower your expectations and let's get into the plot.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 8. Right?
That sounds good.
That's right? Okay, anyways.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Episode 8 of Plot on the Rocks. If you are new to us and you don't know who we are, even though we've already said it in the introduction, I'm Alicia.
I'm Tia.
I'm Rakia.
And we are your hosts. And today we are talking about the book, This Cursed House by Sandeen. So if you have not read the book and you want to read the book, save this. It'll be here when you are ready. If you have read the book, come sip the story with us because, you know, that's our whole entire thing. So speaking of sipping, what does everybody have
What do I got?
in their little cups?
I have some red wine. It's called, what is this? Hatter's Red. It's like Duplin, and it's like made from like where I'm from.
Oh, that's nice. I might have to try that.
Girl,
That's fancy.
baby 12%.
Okay.
And wine?
Yes, ma'am, 12%.
You know what? Leave it to North Carolina. North Carolina. I'm drinking some whiskey and Coke. Very simple.
Okay. Damn, whiskey. That's...
No whiskey.
I'm in
I
there.
know. So I'm drinking a drink from one of our menus that Rakia made from our last story, our last story 2 stories ago, Family Lore, Owner's First Love. So it's tequila instead of guava nectar. I did peach nectar because I wanted some peach, and I didn't do the triple sec because I was still scared. I was scared that it wasn't gonna be good this way. Anyway, we're talking about This Cursed House by Sandeen. So to give you a rundown of it, This Cursed House tells the story of Gemma Barker. She is down bad. It's 1962. Her adoptive father is dead. He never cared about her. He died. She spends all of her savings on a funeral to prove her worth to her dead adopted father that she is enough. To her dead adoptive father who is not around to see that she spent
All that money. And
She
funerals
has
is high.
some. Okay.
Shoot.
Yes, and can we talk about the reason that he didn't even like her because she wasn't a boy?
Girl dads are cool now. He didn't get the memo. Girl dads are cool.
He was so annoying. The little baseball scene.
I was like, dang, shorty.
When she's like, he got mad that she was all like, girl, sir, relax, please. Like, she done peed herself. She's a little girl. Like, let her.
He was.
And it was a
upset.
reason for that. She didn't just do it.
Exactly.
Yes. So for those of you who, if you've read the story, then you know she sees ghosts. So yeah, she is. Yeah, her daddy's dead. She sees ghosts. Not only that, her boyfriend that she was with for God knows how long then got somebody else pregnant. They get into a fight at a pool hall. He slaps her up. She decides that I'm gonna kill myself. This is too much. I'm just gonna die. Slits her wrist. She fails. Goes back to work as a teacher. Loses her job.
She was
She
struggling.
was going through it.
Yes.
Did you?
Going through it.
And I felt I felt bad because she really thought that, like, didn't she think that the reason why she lost her job at first was because of Marvin? Her boyfriend's name is Marvin, first of all. Like, that's dumbass name.
Yeah.
Like, no, your mental health is not good.
Yeah, all
And that's
honesty,
so
in this day and
sad.
age, like, well, now they couldn't pull no stuff like that because these kids do be driving these teachers crazy. Back then, I guess they ain't really have no rules, but
No, but my mom had a sheet, and it was like rules that teachers had to follow. This was like back in the not that my mom was from the 1920s. The sheet of paper was from the 1920s. They couldn't go out after a certain time. If they did go out after a certain time, they had to be accompanied by like a husband, a dad, a brother. There was a lot of rules for because a lot of time teachers were women.
Yeah.
And I guess the
stupid.
60s was no different.
yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of quiet rules with that now too. Like that's why wherever I taught, I never lived close to my school. I didn't want to run into them at food line with me just so happening to buy wine, or I'm going to the pool and I see some kids and now I gotta cover up. I ain't got time for all that.
Oh God, I hated teaching.
Not only that, she has a terrible friend. Let's not leave that out of the conversation.
Oh,
'cause
Betty.
that friend, she was terrible. She gave her the worst
Horrible.
advice ever. So poor thing, she ain't have nowhere to go. You know,
No, she really didn't.
And-
Listen.
Yeah, and y'all, like, Betty, she's the type of woman where a piece of man is better than no man at all. That was her mindset. No, Betty. No, ma'am.
No, and I tried to blame it on the time period because it is the 60s, but then I'm like, no, the 60s, this was like feminism was really coming up. Right now, you had family hammer, all that stuff, and you're still like, oh, well, just forgive him. He got somebody pregnant.
and beat you
Forgive
up
him.
after you hit him. Like, girl,
Right. Done pop me in the mouth. No, sir.
no thanks.
God, forgive and forget, I guess. But then, after all that, she gets a random letter, from a family that she's never heard of in New Orleans, asking her to come work for them. And again, she's down bad, so she's like, okay, what's like $300 a week, which is, it's $300 a week, which is, let's see how much it is now. It's 1962 that this takes place. She gets a letter from a family that oh my God, okay, anyway, she gets a letter from a family she has never heard of. They're gonna pay her $300 a week to do whatever kind of work. $300 today.
She thought it was a tutor.
Tutor, yeah.
Can we talk? Mind you, it does not say anywhere in that letter that she's a tutor. Anyway, she was like, I just assumed it was a tutor. Stupid.
She ain't asked enough questions for me. She did not ask enough questions.
And it's characters like that where it's like you deserve bad stuff to happen to you because you're not cautious enough.
She didn't have
I hate it.
no kind of discernment, boundaries.
No.
No, but here's the thing: would you have discernment? Would you go down for a job for it's equivalent to a little over $3,200 a week?
I would be
you-
scared.
But would you go? 'Cause
No,
now that
I
know
would be
the-
scared. No,
Oh,
I'm serious.
yeah.
Like, you're telling me you about to let me come anywhere to do any job for $3,200 a week? Now, I could see, I don't know, maybe if I had a certain type of job, maybe. But as a teacher, you trying to traffic me.
Yeah.
Okay, this is 1962 though. Like trafficking is not in their mind. Again, she's
I
lost her job. She
guess,
lost her
girl.
man.
I feel like she just should have asked more questions. And it's not like this
Yeah.
job was like the next county over. You're literally moving cross country. You don't know where you're staying.
don't know
You don't know these
nobody.
people. It's
Yeah.
not like you could Google their last name and see if they got any crazy stuff going on. You just going all willy nilly. That was stupid.
Yeah.
That's true. And it's a different culture, too.
Yes.
Because those Jim Crow laws were not in Chicago at that time.
Right.
And now she's going to, like, something completely different. But, girl, for $3,200 a week?
How much is that a month? Let me see.
What's that? And I'm assuming that Miss Honorine didn't take tax.
Right.
She's getting 148 what?
I mean,
That's $12,800 a month.
That's a scary amount. Like, I mean, you get what I'm saying? To be a tutor?
I do.
Look.
I don't know. I would have.
Wait, let's do that times 12. That is $153,600 a year back in that time.
That's a lot. And like, again, she's desperate. She obviously not in the most healthiest mental state. So I get it, but if it's too good to be true, it usually is.
That is true.
Know, but
that is true.
I don't know. I don't know. I probably would have gone. They probably would have gone. But then what's crazy is she gets there, and the family's weird.
Yes, hella weird.
And then she finds out the house is haunted. But what gets me is in the beginning of the book, you step off at Lulu's, right? Yeah, Lulu's is where you go to get your food. So Jem ends up going to a restaurant because she's hungry. There's no place. Again, she's in New Orleans. That's where she goes to, New Orleans. We didn't discuss that. And Lulu, hopefully that's the name, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Lulu.
Tells her, she asked her, where are you going? And she's like, I'm going to work for the Duchamps. This lady who does not know you from a can of paint says, listen, go back to where you came from. And you stood and you're like, that's weird.
Glaring red flag.
Evidently, she knows something you don't. Okay.
Yeah, I would at least have asked what's going on with them.
Some follow-up questions.
Yes.
It's the story.
Yes, and exactly. But what's crazy to me too is when then she's asked like, oh, why are you going down there? It's you wait until you're in Louisiana to really realize that, like, oh wait, they never said I was here for a tutor. I just assumed that I was here tutoring some child.
And again, why would they know you? Out of all the teachers in America, they're gonna find you for this teaching job.
Yeah,
specifically,
I would have definitely assumed it was some foolery going on.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, I forgot what page in the book it was, but it's when she realizes that, like, the letter came to Betty's house because she was staying with Betty after all that stuff happened. Her friend Betty,
right?
And then it's
girl, like,
how did I know you was at Betty's house?
Who are you people? Like, how did y'all find me? Who sent you?
Who sent you? Heavy on who sent you.
Yeah.
Now, the family is, but they, no, I mean, would they be considered Creole? I mean, it's mentioned that they're light enough to pass, but like,
yeah,
I feel like they don't talk about their Creole heritage enough because they're
I would just consider them white passing because they didn't have any type of. I don't feel like they had any of the mannerisms, the way they acted, the way they spoke. They used some words, but I feel like that's everybody in Louisiana who has some of that kind of twang in their vocabulary.
Yeah. Miss Honorine, we're so proud of our ancestors from Africa. First you walk right into the door. Just like...
She's a proud
strange
color
from the beginning.
Proud. Yeah. Speak of what do you guys feel about the family?
Weirdos.
They were strange. Yeah. There are three different, like, there's like 5 different moments during the book where I'm like, girl, why are you still there? And she wasn't making rational decisions. That's all. I don't know.
She wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
She was
making
not.
sense.
I'm pulling out all my annotations because I was able to figure out on my Kindle. You know, I feel like usually when we read books, we're able to figure out like who's gonna play who, like acting wise. And I feel like this is the first time that I haven't pictured anybody, but you know who I pictured as Russell?
Who?
It's a cartoon character.
Oh, Lord.
Have you ever watched King of the Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the episode, or remember the episode when the Hills go to Louisiana to go see Bill Dauterive's family? In New Orleans. And they're in a
What?
and they're in a mansion.
Girl.
You need to
I was about to say, I have to watch
after
that
this.
one.
You have to watch it, and it's like, and then Bobby gets like all like inspired by the Louisiananess,
Yeah.
and Hank is freaked out. But Russell reminded me of Bill Dauterive's cousin, the male cousin.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I do declare, blah blah blah. That's who I picture was a fucking
My
cartoon
Lord.
character.
Yeah.
This mugging November
They
weather
were
gives me
acting
the
like
horribles.
the Dauterives and apparently looked
Yes.
like them.
Yes.
Listen, oh, and I have okay, going back to Lulu's, I got it. She says, Miss, it's not my business, but if I was you, I'd go the other way. Get back on that, not even just go back, get back on that train or that bus. Whatever way you came here, and go back to where you're from. Like, she's, listen.
Yeah.
She was very, very honest with her. Something going on up at that place.
Exactly.
And yes, and with the driver too.
Yes.
The guy that drove the carriage down. Didn't even wait for her to go inside. Just like, bye.
And you know, in that time, especially the men, they were very chivalrous and stuff like that. Usually they wait, you know, till you get in the house, give a little beep beep or a little something. But he was like, it's time to go. I am peacing out. And then they even said like the tone of his voice changed, like their whole conversation changed when when she said where she was going. Like there are signs that are being thrown at you, you're just ignoring them.
Yeah. Completely ignored.
It's that money. It's that money.
I'm telling you.
$3,200 today's money. I honestly, if I would have looked up the conversion when I first started reading it, I probably would have judged Gemma a little bit less.
Cause baby,
It's a lot. It's a lot of money. And you ain't got no job, so.
God.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find the line too about Betty, because I know we talked a little bit about Betty being a bad friend. What does she say? Page 27, chapter 3, she says, a man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. Betty had said to Gemma after she told her about the other woman. Ain't no change in that, and the sooner you realize it, the sooner you can go back to your life. Take what happiness you can, but don't depend on a man to give it to you. How many of our grandmothers, doesn't have to be ours, anybody's, dealt with stuff like that? Because you hear things all the time of people like, oh, like marriages back then, they lasted so long. Okay, baby, grandmama hated that man.
Yeah.
and not just
There wasn't
grandma. A lot
any
of times,
options.
yeah, it was the kids too. Because a lot of times they were treated poorly. The kids were treated poorly, but you had to stick it out because a woman in the age, I don't have a job, I don't have proper education, I got all these kids. What else am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Can't get a bank account. Can't buy
Right.
land.
Can't do anything.
Yeah. You didn't have a lot of options.
Crazy. Because I want to know, what were your reactions to Fawcett and Lawrence? So, we're jumping all over the place here, but Fawcett and Lawrence are the two younger people in the family. So who wants to give a rundown of the family tree? If we remember, I'm getting a little tipsy, so I don't know if I remember all the names.
Okay, let me see.
Of the
So,
Duchamp house.
so you got, what is her name? Honorine is the mom.
The grandma.
The grandma.
The grandma.
Of Gemma. And then Gemma's mom was Agnes, quote unquote, Simone, her uncle Russell, and what was the other uncle's name?
I don't know. He died.
Yeah, he
Alexander?
died. It might have been.
That sounds right.
He died. But then you had Lawrence and Fawcett, who at first were supposed to be siblings. But then once they figured it out, they was doing the do because they was incest and all up in there. They finally told them that they were actually cousins. Still nasty.
That made it better though. To the
Yes, but then she had said that her husband, well, the grandma's husband was her second cousin. So they was just all doing weird stuff.
They were inbreeding to maintain their lightness.
Disgusting.
Is what she said, and that's just not a good enough reason. Now, they were stuck in the house, and I don't think we talked about that yet, but they were confined to the home and had been for the last 30-something years. So Fawcett and Lawrence were the only young people in the house, and you know, I mean, I guess they felt like they had. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that can rationalize that for me. But in any case, while they thought they were siblings, they ended up having an incestuous relationship. Once the family found out, they at that time admitted to them that Lawrence actually was Inez, or what was her fake name?
Agnes. Oh, we didn't talk about Miss Agnes.
Oh yeah,
or Inez. But my thing, before we get into that, my thing is, what if like I'm trying to get into like a colorist person's mind. If you want to maintain your lightness so bad, why not just like date other like light people, like other white passing people? Like, why not just do that? Because they exist. Because it's not like the biggest thing like Louisiana. Not that they're known for that, but that Creole culture where it's like everybody. Because you know you see, oh, my cousin looks like X, Y, Z. But why not just do that?
But then you have to remember too,
that.
nobody would come visit them anymore. After a certain time, they stopped getting visitors, and then they stopped being able to leave.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nasty. But we didn't even discuss that. The reason why they wanted Gemma to come to the house, it turns out the house is cursed because, like Tia just said, they're stuck in the house, bored in the house, and they're in the house bored. I'm already. I gotta be at work at 8:00 in the morning tomorrow.
It's fine.
We'll make it.
Yes.
They're cursed. They're cursed to be, and they're bound to the house because Inez, Honorine's daughter, cursed the family because Inez was the black sheep. She fell in love with a black man, a dark-skinned black man. She ends up having a baby, and like it's just like a no. They're like, get out of here. You're not doing this. Mm-hmm. No. What's Joanna's Cameron? Get out of my Caucasian house.
That's exactly how she did. Yeah.
That's what they said to her baby daddy. Get out of my Caucasian house.
Literally.
And she cursed them. And then on top of that, every 7 years, somebody in the family dies. So, and they always die on Gemma's birthday. So they need her to break the curse. She doesn't know how to break the curse. She's confused. Then she finds out she's related to them and she's Inez's daughter. So let's stop there before we get to the other shocker. It was very soap opera-y too.
Yes.
With I feel like the Days of Our Lives music in the background. Oh God, okay. Now with that being said, let's get to the questions real quick. Let's see if this will... Perfect question. The Duchamp family has been trapped on their property for decades, and they're also under a death curse. In what other ways are they cursed?
That colorism is a curse.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's so important to you that you have to date your family, that's a curse. Yeah, that's my biggest one.
Yeah. I think mine is similar as far as like their overall mindset. Like the first thing she says, I hate when they say like colored, like you are not washing clothes, you don't need no Tide, you don't need no Downy. I do not like that word, but at the end of the day, family is family. No matter if you light, dark, like that shouldn't matter. And for you to literally cast out your flesh and blood because they were too dark is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're made in all variations of colors and shades for a reason. Melanin is beautiful. You have people who are literally trying. The spray tan bandit wants to be us so bad. And it's just, ugh.
Kill it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Literally
that
making
counts, like,
synthetic versions of melanin.
Okay.
And you
Yeah,
can't
that's
even
true.
appreciate what you get naturally.
But
That's
that's a
sad.
generational curse.
I think so, for sure.
That would be.
Yeah, because the great great granddaddy who started all the mess,
Yeah.
he didn't love himself enough either.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way, and I feel like that's the only curse I can think of. Like, is that colorism thing? And can we talk about here? One thing. I wanted to try and save it till the end. One thing about this book is it was very repetitive in what.
Yes. Me and Rakia literally was just talking about that.
Bro.
Now, I have never been around colorist people ever. I feel like they literally were beating you over the head with this shit. Like, do they really talk about it that much all the time? Because my God, it was like every 5 seconds. Okay, we know
Yes.
why you don't like her, what you like, but you just keep talking about it.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if that's how they are in real life. Because I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, besides children, because I got picked on in middle school for being dark skinned. And it was a very everyday type of thing. But they were children. But at the same time, because again, I don't know any adults that are colorist currently.
Right.
I guess I wouldn't, seeing as I am chocolate as hell. But, I don't, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I really feel like, though, what made it worse is the fact that they are in an echo chamber. They surrounded themselves. I mean, they were surrounded by each other for 30 years. But even before that, it sounds like they surrounded themselves by people who also valued their light skin.
Yeah.
Over them as people. So maybe it's an echo chamber situation where that does take up so much of your brain that that's all you talk about.
And I feel like too they were kind of so set in the past. And I feel like slavery was a big thing for that. It wasn't necessarily us as a people who made that separation. It was like the slave masters and stuff like that, where if you were lighter or fair skinned, you were treated nicer. You got to live in the big house, and if you were dark or whatever, you had to work in the field. I feel like they created that, and then it just stuck in people's mind that, like, of course, because the white man said it, that just has to be true, and that's not it. And I feel like it's not just us. Like, I hear all the time about, like, in the Indian culture as well, where, like, lighter skin and skin bleaching
Girl,
and all
Indian,
of that stuff.
Latino culture,
It's bad. Honestly, colonialism and white supremacy is one hell of a drug. And that's how, like, I tell people all the time, that's how you know when white supremacy really works, when non-white people start believing it. When they start pushing it. Because to me, that's the goal. And
100%. It is the goal.
they obviously did.
They have to separate all these different cultures who in the past worked together. In the past were able to interact in a way that was a little bit more healthy. Now that white supremacy is literally taking over the world, quite literally, there's no coming together, because now you have not only different races of people and nations of people fighting each other, but within that nation, within that race, there's the separation of lighter versus darker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, did y'all see, oh my gosh, speaking of, did y'all see that clip of that Asian girl and her mama calling her ugly on camera?
No.
No?
Oh my God, y'all, it is the saddest thing. I'm gonna send it to y'all after the show, but she's literally talking to her mom, and she's doing this. She's a comedian, the Asian woman who's recording this. She's recording it on her show, and she's doing this to show that literally in Asian culture, anything darker than the palest pale is considered ugly, period. She was telling her mom, they're on camera, it's like a interview type of situation. They're on camera. Her mom knows she's on camera, okay? This isn't secret. She's like, well, did you know in America I'm considered pretty? And her mom literally was like, no, you've always been a little ugly girl.
Her mama?
Her mother. And she's literally trying to tell her mom, no, seriously, in America, I'm considered pretty. And she's like, no, you've always been ugly. And literally stood on it and doubled down on it and was laughing the entire time, like they were having a casual conversation. And it's
That's
all
not cool.
because this girl has a tan.
That's crazy. That is.
Yeah. And apparently it's common from the comments. And like, I used to dance with this girl. She was Asian as well. And she used to tell
The same
me
girl?
how...
The
No,
comedian?
not the same girl.
Oh,
A different
I was
girl.
like-
This was when I was in high school. I used to dance with this Asian girl, and she would tell me, like, when she would go home, that she would get picked on, and that her family just really hated that she got so dark in America. She was like, girl, it's terrible, but it's one thing to hear it, and then another thing to see it and see that
Right.
it's so normalized. It was so disturbing, y'all.
That's sad.
Oh my God. I feel like that's. It. It's crazy how. And I feel like. And even like that, especially in the Asian culture, that's also, I feel like, even older than white supremacy, because that goes back to like classism.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, if you're dark, then you're working outside.
Yes.
Right.
So there's that too, and then on top of that, add the white supremacist colonial values, and it's like you can't win. Like, I remember seeing something where like Lucy Liu would not be considered beautiful over there.
Crazy. She's gorgeous.
Lucy Liu, who's yeah, but would not be considered beautiful over there. Like, that's
All because you dark. Like,
insane.
that's crazy. That is literal insanity.
She's trying to break this curse. And as she's trying to break this curse, she ends up finding out. Talk about Gemma. Gemma ends up finding out that Agnes, who is the family's maid, she's mute, she can't talk. Everybody's shitty to her.
They treat
Nobody
her
likes
so
her.
bad. So bad.
So bad. She finds out that Agnes is her mother, Inez, the one who cursed the family. So now she has a whole other thing that she has to deal with. But also, really quickly, the scene when they're in the library and Inez kisses her on the mouth, I don't know. That was that even finding out that was her mom, that was still weird to me. Because I don't I don't like when parents kiss their kids on the lips. I don't care. It's fucking weird.
No.
And then when she finds out that that's her mom, and she's like, "Oh, that kiss in the library makes more sense." I have never in my life done that.
I don't mind it
And
too
that's not
much, but in that situation, I don't know you, lady. Like, I understand.
No, and
later,
and
like,
it
I don't
seemed
know
like,
you.
It seemed like a kiss, like, "Oh, I'm attracted to you" type of kiss, because you're just like,
Yeah.
what? Why not a hug?
Something.
Yeah, we could have
Give me a
started
hug.
there. We could have
Yeah.
started there.
But yeah,
Like,
I
it's-
don't. That's
Slow
not
down.
something I like either. Like kissing the parents on the mouth, even like other people's kids. I don't even be like kissing other people's kids like on the cheeks and stuff because we grown. I kiss little arm or little leg or something like that, but I'm not putting my mouth on nobody else's baby. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. No. That's one. No. You don't kiss no baby.
No,
You're not supposed to
Your
because
grown
that's they get
lips.
sick.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I get a little. Give me that fat turkey leg. Let me let TT kiss on that leg or something. But I'm not kissing anything past that.
Yeah.
Liz, there was a video of a white lady that I saw today, and I was so uncomfortable that I blocked her. A newborn, because first of all, boy moms are fucking weird. Boy moms are weird. I don't like them. It was a newborn baby boy, and he's like, just doing whatever, because baby's just whatever. They're just here, third day out here. And she's kissing this baby boy on the mouth, and it looked like a weird ass kiss. It wasn't like it was a weird kiss, like the baby's mouth is open, and your mouth is on that baby's mouth. And it was something about like, oh, like when he gets married, like da 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 da, and everyone's like,
like, because here's the thing, like, I literally, if it's your
I'm
child,
gonna send you the video, Tia.
If it's your
gonna send you
baby,
the-
I don't necessarily mind a kiss on the lips. I don't mind if it's your baby. Up to a certain age, it gets a little weird. After a certain age, it gets a little weird. But, it's your baby. Okay. But see, now you got to do this whole when he gets married. Girl, he just came out your vagina. Like, leave
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's a
He's fresh
child.
out.
Stop it.
And you're
Yes.
grown.
Stop it.
I'm not-
It's weird.
I'm not gonna open mouth kiss my kid though. That baby's mouth is open. I wouldn't do that.
It's giving Norbert. Open your mouth. It's nasty.
Oh my god. I'm jumping.
That is hilarious.
I love these conversations because we're starting out at point A, we're going to A, B, C, D, G,
We're gonna bring it back around.
We'll get
H,
there
back to
eventually.
A. Now bring it back to A. Finding out that Inez is the mom. I'm skipping around for questions here, but what did you guys think of Inez's decision to stay and continue as the family's maid, of course under a different identity, before the curse gets broken, because the curse doesn't get broken, and then after the curse gets broken? I think, well, obviously before the curse gets broken, she is stuck there. I would have offed myself, personally. Well, you cut out my tongue. You cut out my tongue, which is honestly stupid on their part, because why would you do that? She needs to break the curse. Why are you going to cut off her only means of communication?
It
To
didn't make
reverse it.
sense.
Crazy.
Like plot armor, stuff that you do specifically only for the plot to move forward, even if it don't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Because, she cursed you. And okay, we might need that tongue later. We just gonna cut it out? Even
Right.
if, I understand being mad, right? We angry, we pissed. I get it. You already done murdered somebody. I guess if you're a murderer, a tongue ain't too, okay. Maybe I'm thinking too rationally, because, they did kill people.
These are not rational people.
These are not rational folks. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, a lot of trauma bonding going on in that family. Because they took her child, both her children, really. They took both her children, killed her man. Poor baby. I hate that. But she gave up. That's what I feel like. That's a lot. That's a lot of mental anguish, torture type abuse. Abusive. They abused her for 30 years.
Yes. I feel like they
Terribly.
abused her physically, mentally, and spiritually because that grandma or her mom knew that it was something going on where she laid her head at night, and you made her stay there all those years. Y'all was physically beating on her, turn her child against her. I probably not necessarily want to off myself, but if I gotta be in that house, y'all gonna feel it. Y'all was gonna be walking around itching,
It would have
scratching,
been poison. Okay.
I'm cooking all the food. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
they brave for that. They
Don't
brave
worry
for
about
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
They brave for that because I would have put every little something. Y'all would have been in that bathroom all day.
All the time.
Literally.
And then she said
Literally, and
it
that-
wasn't good too. That's what I thought, that she was like doing something to the food.
But the one said the food wasn't
Yeah,
good?
she said the food wasn't good. I was like, oh, so she messing with it? But guess not.
Yes.
That would have made sense.
I think then when you... Yes, but I think when you found out that was her mom, okay, then that made sense to me because like they didn't seem like people who...
that tequila girl.
But this is the only thing that doesn't give me a headache, so I gotta drink it.
Yeah.
Eh.
I feel like I could drink lots. Well, not lots, but yeah, it's lots. We grown. I could drink tequila, and it don't really... If I take a little
Listen.
Excedrin and drink some water before I go to bed, I'll be all right.
Tequila makes
Listen,
me
my
happy.
nieces, it does. My niece's sweet, yes, there was an open bar at my niece's Sweet 16 for the adults. Okay, we're not gonna have a dry Sweet 16. I had at least 5 or 6 tequila thingies, and I was fine the next day. My fucking plane left at 6 in the morning. Don't ask me why I took a plane at 6 in the morning. But I was fine. No headache, no nothing. So good. I'm having a brain fart, but there's a part in it too where, before we get into the other questions, I want to go back to the repetitiveness of it, of the story, because it keeps happening over and over again. Because the thing about Gemma is she can see ghosts because her mama Inez can see ghosts.
Yes.
I wrote chapter 16 because again she's still talking about how she's afraid of these damn ghosts. Count these down: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go away.
Yes.
16 chapters in, you're still doing it. I literally wrote, you keep wanting to keep the spirits away, but you need to talk to them. At this point, I think you want to stay there because you're not trying to break the curse.
Yes.
You want to
She
stay in this house
did,
because-
y'all. I really, that is, I truly feel like she did. She wanted to. She would say she didn't want to, but she wanted to because she had hurt those, like, what's the word? What's the term? Connection issues or interpersonal. What's the when you're like
interpersonal connection.
yeah, like issues with that,
Kinda.
right?
Yeah.
That's not the word I'm thinking about, but yeah. So I can't think of the word. But anyways, she wanted to, because think about the pattern she got already, right? She got the pattern of trying to prove something to her dad, who was long gone, who hated her guts, staying with the man who kept cheating on her and treating her like shit. She don't know how to leave a bad situation.
Yes.
She don't know how to
Yeah.
leave a bad situation.
Yes.
Then she gets to this family who she finds out later is her family, right? At first, it's an attraction thing because, yes, listeners, she was initially attracted to her brother. That's a generational curse, okay? She
Right.
she almost got
the incest demon almost.
Yeah, that
got her.
demon almost
Yes.
jumped on her, okay? First it was that and being a little jealous of these light skins. But then it turns into, oh, they're my family? Whoa, I want to be a part of something. Even though they're treating her like shit, just like they're treating her mother like shit in her face. She don't know how to leave a bad situation.
Just feel like she had so much longing, that longing to want to
Yes.
just be a part of something, no matter what. And you can't do that and expect good things to happen. Like, what's the lady name? Margarine. What's her name?
Magdalene.
Magdalene. And when she was basically saying, like, just because they family don't mean nothing. Sometimes family will cut you faster, quicker than people on the street. And she's basically telling you, like, you see the way they're treating your mom. Do you think they're going to treat you any better? They don't even know you.
I
The
have
only
a
reason why
quote.
you're here is to help. Because they
See,
see
the
you
same- I
as
have-
the help.
Literally.
Exactly.
She
Is it the same
said-
quote I have? Let's see.
So the one I have is, damn them, stop trying so hard to get these people to love you when they ain't capable of loving anyone that don't look just like them.
Okay?
She knew, like, you had, and then she got mad at her for saying that. And like, girl, you don't know what a
That
good
pissed me
friend
off.
look like either. I'm so sorry
Right.
for you.
Yes. And when she was like, I just don't understand why you're so upset. And it gave very much like, oh, if I show them that I'm trying hard enough for them, then they are going to love me and accept me. But prejudice is prejudice. It's going to take, and you got 27 years in the being in the house, a generational prejudice on top of that. And then another quote that Madeline said, she was like, I hate seeing people do stupid shit just for the sake of family.
Yes.
That is a word.
A word. And then that's when Gemma was like, why are you so mad?
Right.
Yeah,
Because
it's very true.
And it's, I liked Magdalene, and it was, I'm trying to not let like how I really feel about this book come out yet, because we're having a really good discussion. Foreshadowing for later.
Girl, I think it's clear how you feel already.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Listen, the beef I have with this book is on par with the beef I have with Butcher and Blackbird. Okay?
We hated Butcher
That's
and
my
Blackbird.
new one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That's where we're at right
We
now.
know
And
likey.
I hate that.
We know like
And the one part that I did like, though, when she finds out what happens to her dad, because they end up killing her dad because he wants to ask, going back to when she's bored, he wants to ask for Inez's hand in marriage, and they're like, no, so they end up killing him, but then they don't tell Inez that they killed him. They said that he ran off or whatever. The scene where she's holding the seance, I was cracking up, because I was like, finally, when she's holding the seance, and then they bring up Ishmael, who is her dad. And you have all the clues that is her dad. Like, me as the reader, I can tell that's her dad. And then Gemma's like, who's Ishmael? And then Simone goes, your father, you idiot. And I was cracking up. So I was like, finally.
Yeah.
You just call her thank you, because she's so stupid.
Simone was a mess.
She was a hot
so
mess.
mean.
But honestly,
But
she was somebody you didn't have to wonder about. You know how sometimes like, bro, I can't tell if you like me or not. Jimba knew she ain't like her.
I
for
prefer
real.
that.
She
I
ain't
prefer
sugarcoat
yes.
nothing. She knew she ain't like her.
Let me know the real. Be real
Yes.
about it.
And she was the only one that really didn't piss me off, like, a lot.
I won't say that now.
I think it was because of how quote unquote real she was. With the other stuff, yes, but like she was the one that didn't go on my nerve. Russell was like, again, he was just there.
Yeah.
He was a non-entity. I did feel a lot of, I think the characters that I felt the most not empathy, maybe, were Lawrence and Fawcett.
Yeah.
Because they were stuck in that circumstance. Fawcett, first of all, can we talk about that baby? The mummified baby.
Bruh. After the first night of the lullabies, I would have been asking, baby, who are you singing to?
Please.
I thought she saw ghosts too.
I
That's
did
what I
too.
thought.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because in my mind, I was like, they got a baby in there and they're keeping the baby like captive? Because in my head, that's what I thought. And I thought that something was actually wrong with the child. Because, you know, back in the day when you had a child who was like mentally challenged or deformed, you would hide the baby away. So I thought it was a real life baby in there. And then that wasn't the case.
And I felt that. And then, they probably gave her like a forced hysterectomy or something? Because they said they fixed her.
Real good. I said, what
That's
type of stuff is y'all
crazy.
on?
They were some hateful people. I just really, I can't even imagine. Like, it's crazy, but, you know, it's families like that exist. And that's crazy to me, that really don't give a shit about you besides what you represent
Yes.
as a family member. Like, because to do that to her is crazy. Especially if you're hoping to break the curse. You're hoping that one day she can get out and have a life.
And then I don't think they're realizing they're caring so much about their name your family like legacy and name ends with them two. After them two, ain't nobody else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. Yeah, and they really can, because after Lawrence got...
I'm about to say that's it. Because if she were to get married, her child would take the dad's name.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they deserve.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
one thing that really irritated me about Gemma too was that, like, and it was chapter 17. I feel like that's when she really started hating the family, but it was only after she found out what they did to her mom that really did bother me. Like, they're saying all this stuff about black people, about you.
Yes.
And you're still trying to get that connection with them, but then you find out, like, one thing, and this is probably harsh, I can't stand a person who needs to have things to happen to them personally in order for them to care about things.
Yes.
I just don't like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what irritated me about Gemma, where it's like, again, they're talking about black people this way. You're talking about you this way. They're dogging you out. But now that you find out what they did to your mom, now you hate them.
Yeah.
When they've been hateable this
Whole time.
whole time.
She wanted too bad to be accepted.
Yeah.
But what, and you know what it reminds me of? Because technically, if you look at technical, she was practically biracial when you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you really
her
want to get
mama
technical,
was basically white-ish.
But
very like, because her family, the way that I saw her family in my head was like Mary from Sinners.
yeah. Yeah.
That's how I thought about it. And it's giving like the biracial kid who wants to be accepted by their white side so bad that they'll take
Anything.
getting dogged out.
Yeah. And I guess that's part of it, because, I mean, she would talk about how that one saying kept getting repeated through the book, white is right, brown is fine, and whatever.
Yeah,
How does it go?
yeah.
Brown.
If
Something like that.
you're brown, you
can stick around.
if you're something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Basically,
Something like
color
that.
of shit.
Yeah.
But she was talking about how it affected her hearing that because she was brown, and she would almost like subconsciously be like, well, I mean, at least I'm not dark skinned. So she did have, I mean, she was already affected by the colorism before she even got there. So again, this is just another part. And then there's this part, hold on, I'm gonna read this part in the book that kind of ties into that too. It's at the end where she's like, when she finds out her birth name. So if you haven't read it yet, she, at some point in the book, she finds out that her real name is Emmeline Duchamp. That's where she was named, and they changed her name when she was adopted. So she said, would her life have been different if she'd been Emmeline? She knew the Duchamps still wouldn't have kept her, or maybe they would have with that French-sounding name that eased into her ears. When she mouthed it, it tasted sweet or like a little pastry. She imagined being more beautiful if only the Barkers hadn't thrown that name away, like the Duchamps had tossed her out. So she doesn't feel pretty. She doesn't feel beautiful. And then she's being treated terribly by all of these people in her life.
Yeah.
She wants proximity to what she considers pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah, because she talks about their beauty all the time.
Yeah.
And how beautiful they were and how breathtaking. And that begs the question, were they really breathtaking? Were they just light skinned? Because it's that old thing where it's like,
Okay.
I say all the time where are a lot of these celebrities that people guess up, are they pretty, are they light skinned? Like who's that rapper that I talk about all the time? That's not cute. Ice Spice.
Yeah.
I remember when Ice Spice, when she first came out, everyone was talking about how, and I looked at her, I was like, oh.
Right.
Okay.
She's a cute girl, but she's very regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's light skinned.
And and it's just like, just admit that.
It's a thing.
Like,
Definitely a thing.
And I hate it. I'll never forget in college, and I forgot what frat it was, which I should know. It was a frat party. And I was with my friends, and one of the frat guys was like, "Oh, you know you're my favorite, right?" And I was like, "Okay." Like, okay, what's going on? And all my other roommates, chocolate skin, beautiful skin, gorgeous, and I was his favorite because I was light skinned. I was like, "That's dumb."
Right, get away.
Yeah, I swear to God, I was like, all right, so we can stop this right now because I'm not one of those light skin girls. It's like, oh my God, okay, thanks. No, you can go. I'm sorry, you can find somebody else. And I hate stuff like that because again, I know I'm not ugly, but I'm sorry.
You don't
My
want to be
sweet ways were
Right.
gorgeous.
You don't want to be
and that's
valued
weird.
only for your skin color. Like that's
Exactly, and especially at like the behest of. Am I using that word right? I guess I don't know. English
Using it
major,
right.
fucking don't know. At the behest of my dark skinned friends, of people that I'm in family with, I'm in community with. Like that's not okay to me at all. So it's again like, are the Duchands pretty,
or
are
was
they
that
just
her perception of them?
Yes, especially in the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because all she said was
Come on.
like that they had, of course, like really fair skin and like wavy
light
or
hair.
straight hair. Okay.
And their light eyes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what she kept saying. She didn't talk about their features. She didn't talk about
No,
Or
their light eyes. And then when it came, we keep going.
or anything in the inside.
No.
Nothing about the
They
inside.
were
of these
so
people
ugly
are.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
And then when it came to her, it was constantly about her hair. Her hair needed to be done. How it wasn't like the Duchands. I'm sure they didn't have to do X, Y, and Z. And then it got to a part where I don't even know why she wrote this. So there are so many. The part where she's like, maybe I should just wear my hair natural, like in an afro. There was a part where she said that, and I'm like, yes, just do it. And then she just left it. She just left it alone. I was like, all right, fine. Like, why'd you fucking write that?
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't
serve no
much
purpose.
character development. I hate to say it. There wasn't much character development. And I wanted it for her. Like, I wanted it for Gemma because
She's the main character.
Yeah.
We need to know
like
about you.
Even at the end, it was like, I mean, we're not going to spoil the very end. I mean, but there's not.
Yes, we are.
much.
Let's spoil
Are we?
it. 'Cause
Okay.
again,
Well,
yeah, because remember at the beginning, I was like, if you didn't read it, come back.
oh yeah. Okay.
Come back and say it.
I mean, shit, we do spoilers every other. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
Sure.
at the end when
We done spoiled the whole book already, practically.
yeah. So when her mom, well, she breaks the curse. Okay, so they're free to leave. The Duchands are trying to re-enter society, etc. Her mom and Dennis decide to leave after Lawrence is killed. There's nothing left there for her mom.
We need to revisit that. Because that pissed me off. Keep
Okay.
going.
So she wanted Gemma to go with them. Gemma doesn't go. She decides not to go. So that pissed me off in the first place, okay? We're at the very end of the book. She's still attached to this damn house and these people, even though her mother is leaving.
Right.
Go with your mom. You missed all this time. And then she finally decides to go, even though she don't know where they at. So now you just going on a road trip with no internet, we ain't got cell phones. Like, how you gonna find somebody? You just what? There was no, like, you still are stupid. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. At the end of the book, she was still just as stupid as she was before. That's my whole point.
Yes.
It ended just as dumb, It was also, I'm sorry, I'm going to stop after this. But my other problem with the ending is it was so anticlimactic. Like, I was waiting for a bigger twist, maybe?
Yes.
Or a turn in the story that would wrap it up in a way that felt nice. And it did. So
They literally just
that's part of why it
broke the walls.
Yeah.
Yes. And like her, if your only character development is at the very end of the book, the last sentence of your book is you going by your original name, and that's it. First of all, you're also not even introducing yourself to a person who's real. You're introducing yourself to a fucking ghost.
Right. After you
poor
stop
Gemma.
being scared to talk to them.
After I'm Emmeline Duchamp, and then the book ends. And I think what it was too. What's the thing? It was a lot of. It was a lot of telling versus showing, and I don't like being told things. And this was my issue with the book is that. And this is with a lot of the books that are being published now. You're writing this book as if we're stupid, as if we need our hands to be held every single time, and we need things to be explained over and over again. Because where's my notes? And I highlighted all of this in chapter 23. In chapter 23, first of all, you can't use any other descriptors. She referred to, instead of saying Inez, Agnes, her mother, 18 times. Okay, she would talk about Inez and then be like, her mother, her mother, her mother, her mother. Chapter 24, 15 times. She referred to her mother over and over again. And then when her mom goes away, when she goes to Magdalene, and then Magdalene is her friend, her friend, her friend, her friend. And that's the only thing, or the older woman, or this or that. And then the part that pisses me off so much is was it chapter 27? Wait. Hold on. Yeah, chapter 27. And I think that's the chapter when her and Magdalene are just crying the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Because they're forgiving me. Sorry.
Yes.
The part where she goes, tell me about your father, comma, the one who raised you. And let me tell you why that pisses me off. Who the fuck else is she gonna tell you about, Magdalene?
How about to say the other one dead?
When that's she don't know who our other one is. And I feel like you're writing, as an author, you're writing that down because you think that we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm so angry that you don't know that we forgot, that we need to be reminded.
Yeah.
Let me
That
defend
pissed me
her
off
for just a
so
second.
much.
Let me defend
Okay.
her for just a second.
Okay.
Because what I will say is that it's not, I don't think, well, first of all, let me say, I do agree. There was a lot of over-explaining, and a lot of repetition and showing and not telling. But I will say, unfortunately, it's necessary for a certain demographic of readers. And publishers are catering to people. And now I'm about to get political for just a second, because if you listen to us, you already know that that's how I am, okay?
Are you talking about the demographic of the 54% of American adults who read at the 6th grade level?
Yes.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yes. There are a lot of illiterates in this country, unfortunately, and these publishing people know this, and they are publishing books that have a lower reading level. And so I'm going to give the author grace on that, only because she got the book published. Congrats, sister.
My thing, if that's the case, if you're gonna do that, then I would write for 6th graders.
But that's
for
the
6th
thing.
graders.
6th graders ain't the ones reading it.
Yeah.
They need to be. They need to be. We should do a video on that, on what the 6th grade standard is for what you need to be able to understand and what you should be able to do by the
it's
time
a
you're in
good-
high school.
It's a conversation that needs to be had, because it's not just this book.
Yeah.
We see a lot of books nowadays, unfortunately, that are written at a lower level because a lot of people can't read at a higher level, or they're not interested in reading at a higher level, because
Yeah.
that's a thing too.
That's true. And that's
So Yeah.
There's an author that I love, R.F. Kuang, that gets her. There's so much discourse about her online. What a lot of people say about her books. That's the book Catabasis that I got, which I still have to read.
Did she write another
Well, a
one
lot of
too
people-
that was really popular?
The Poppy Wars. I love that
Okay,
one. She wrote
okay.
the Poppy Wars and Yellowface. I want to read Yellowface. But one thing that a lot of people do say about her is like, oh, she writes. They don't like her because she writes like she's smart. This bitch went
That's
to
what
fucking
I'm
like
saying.
Cambridge and shit. She's like, if I went to Cambridge, I would not shut the fuck up. And Harvard,
Yeah.
I would not shut up. Or like her books read like textbooks. I don't know what textbook you're reading, but this is
People
basic
complain.
stuff.
I mean, they complained about family lore, y'all. And family lore was it was more.
Here's how to-
It wasn't a simple book.
No.
And I feel like you have
But
to
it's like if you
understand where the writer is coming from, because once y'all explained to me that it was written almost like a interview, and like certain text was like her thoughts about it, I was like, okay, this makes perfect sense now. So I need sometimes it might just be a little disclaimer on some of it, just for I guess people to understand, I guess, at a higher level, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That was my big. Oh, and then the other thing that pissed me off was the letter that Inez had written to Gemma when she left. First of all, why would you leave? Like, your daughter spent this whole entire time finding, you're just gonna up and leave again. No word of it. She's gonna have to find you all over again. Granted, Gemma, she's an adult. She should have known. But the letter that Inez wrote for her was literally a play-by-play of everything that we had already read in the book. Like, we know already. You didn't need to add it. You could have said how much I loved you, how much I didn't want to give you up, and then talk about the second curse that was there. Versus, again, what they did to your dad. That they didn't want you because we know
Yeah.
already, because it's been explained 50,000 times. I'm getting ahead of myself. Somebody else talks. I'm getting angry.
No, it's honestly the truth. Like I said, I feel like the overall repetitiveness of the book. That's how I know it's starting to feel good. What did I just say? Who knows? The wine done got me, because that character development, I feel like they could have pulled I won't say they. The author could have pulled so much information from that second curse that I feel like would have made the book way more interesting. Just to pull that little part, because I think he's like the great-great-grandfather. He essentially was passing as white, and then once his slave figured out, like, hey, being that you don't want to let me be free like you initially said, I'm going to tell on you. They could have pulled so much from that, and she just didn't. And I was like, oh, that's it's unfortunate.
There was a whole other subplot there that could have been taken advantage of. Instead, they focused on the main one and just repeated that to him. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, even if there were scenes where it's like her having dreams, like, 'cause you know, some spirits can come to you in dreams and show you what they want you to see. Having something like that in the house would have been really good to include. And then there was a part where, even when it came to the lack of, like, description of it, hold on, where was it? I'm trying to find it. Oh, this part here. When it goes to Madeline saying, like, oh, tell me, like, about your daddy, the one who raised you. She's asking her things like, what kind of things would he get mad at you about? And this line irritated me, too, because I feel like it shows a lack of using literary devices or, like, understanding them. She said, Gemma almost said, I don't remember. But then she did. But then she did remember. Sorry. The memory bloomed like a strange rose. Okay, so for me, the way I would have rewritten it, again, I'm asking, what kind of things would he get mad at you about? I don't know. Gemma sat for a second. and the memory bloomed like a strange rose. Something like that. You can using all it because how much more better? Oh Lord of mercy! Oh Lord of mercy! Shit! How much better that sounds, but and this is where I feel bad because I know how hard it is to write a book. I've been stuck on chapter 1 of my novel for the past 3 months, and when we read, what was that book by Kennedy Ryan that we did not like? One of her first ones. When You Were Mine?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one.
So I will say to this day, if When You Were Mine if that was my introduction to Kennedy Ryan, I don't think I would have continued with her books because I did not like it. But then you have the Skyline series, which is what, I don't even know what number books that was, and I love those. This is her first book. For me, I don't know if I would read anything else that she would write. And granted, as you write, as you continue to do stuff, you get better, but I don't care. I don't care at this point.
Yeah, I think
And I
that's
feel
why
bad.
I'm not. That's why I don't necessarily hate the book because at the end of the day, it was a great premise. I just think there were some ways it could have been executed better.
Yeah.
But again, like I said earlier, girl, you got that book published.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
So I can't be too mad because it's like, it's not terrible. It's just not necessarily how I would have did it, but I ain't did it.
No.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a great show. And that's how I think some of the parts you can tell when somebody's writing something as if they want it to be a movie because there is so much telling versus showing. It almost gave us like stage direction and a script.
I get what you mean.
That's what it gave. Yeah. So I feel like if they made this into a show, I would sit down and watch it because again, it's a great premise.
It would have been
So
a
let's
good
get back,
show.
right? So hopefully, maybe it'll get picked up. Let's go back to the questions. We're going ranting and raving, raving here. Both Gemma and Inez can see ghosts, but they choose to ignore them. How does their choice? Wait, what? I can't read. I'm over here making fun of people with the 51 illiteracy. How does their choice to do so negatively impact their lives?
They're hiding a part of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A big part. I mean, spiritual gifts. I mean, in my opinion, a spiritual gift is you.
Yeah.
That's you on a very fundamental level. So if you're ignoring that, not only have you been taught to be afraid of it, both of them were taught to be afraid of it, taught to hide it. That's hiding yourself. So it does explain some of the issues that Gemma has. And I mean, we see plenty of reasons for Inez to have wanted to rebel against who she was. Her family straight up is obvious and out loud about it.
Yeah.
Do you think with Inez, because now that we talk about it, Honorine knew her family history and what went on. So do you think that she was what if she was taught to hide it so the truth didn't come out? Like Honorine told her to not talk to these ghosts, not do these things because that truth of what was in that room would come out and her real family history would be known.
So going back to like the grandma knowing too, I feel like she just caused them all to have so much pain.
Yeah.
Every single one of them were hurting, and she literally had the information and the tools to make it stop, and she decided not to.
Yeah.
If she would have welcomed Inez being able to speak to the spirits and the ghosts in that house, that would have been resolved. The same thing with Gemma. Like, you know that your baby is essentially seeing ghosts. Like, they had to have known something was quote unquote wrong with her, but you want her to suppress it, causing her pain. Why you do that to somebody you love and care about?
Yeah.
But then
There's a
again,
lot of that going
did they
on.
really love and care? Not really.
Okay.
So,
Yep. Because even Gemma's mama, didn't they say that the only reason she adopted her was because she couldn't have children and wanted to make the daddy happy? Am I making that up? I might be making that up.
remember.
Because I'm also reading another book that's similar to this book, so please correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was just the fact that she was a girl and not a boy is what kind of upset the dad, because it was just like
The dad.
they said, no, honestly you might be right, because it said they wanted a baby and that they were leaving here
Yeah.
to go up north. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of that within this book, and it's just so sad because these people are family that's causing the pain. Like you said, you're passing down all this trauma that now your children and their children have to deal with and unpack and figure out, and that's difficult. As we can see, Gemma was down bad. She wanted so bad to
Right.
be part of that family. I just like, after the way they be cussing you out and treating your mom, you out shopping with them, like, girl.
They was about to leave you on the street because you couldn't go into the boutique.
Help. Send help.
Immediately.
Alicia, you are muted.
My microphone was on.
No, it's the way you looked at it. You was like,
I was talking this whole time, like adding ad libs and shit.
Girl.
It's okay. This is. Listen, I like to get in tipsy before the actual episode because it makes it fun.
I am weak.
We still have good content, so it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. Keep that part in. Don't edit that part out, Terrence. Don't.
I am weak.
It was. Sorry.
Girl.
Do you believe Gemma's sorry? Do you believe Gemma's leaving New Orleans? Why is this like 5 questions in one thing? Do you believe Gemma's leaving New Orleans is the right choice? If her mother and Dennis were to stay, I thought Dennis was her daddy at first.
Same.
I did too.
Same.
At first, that would have been a good twist. But anyway,
Yeah.
If her mother and Dennis were to stay behind, and as a result, Gemma were to stay, what type of life do you think she might have? Do you think Gemma and the Duchamps could maintain a relationship? Oh, no, to the last question, because they already treated her like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
You
She
did what
would
you
want
did.
to. Poor thing. She would probably
Yeah.
want to, but they don't want her.
Shorty shook her hand and said, "Thank you for your service. Like I didn't come through here with my cape on and save the entire family.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Literally.
your service." Okay.
Crazy.
And I feel like as far as them, I wouldn't want to stay. I feel like that is a constant reminder of everything that we have been through. How you can get you can't get a fresh start out of that.
Yeah.
And then she just goes to California. Because she's assuming they're over there. They went to California too.
No GPS, no nothing.
Right, just
Nothing.
winging it.
And, and how did you? Okay, this is not a question that's in there. This is my own question, and hopefully, I'm gonna word this question properly because my brain is not braining right now. This is so sad. This one little y'all can't see it in the pot. Listen, this one I had one. Anyway, how did you feel about Dennis and Inez leaving again? Because to me, it's like you haven't had your daughter for 28 to almost 30 years, and you now that you have her, you care so much about her. You said you care so much about her, but now you're up and leaving her again.
I support it.
And not telling you do, but not. But at least not.
It.
What about like should she have at least told her where we're going, so when you're ready to leave, you can come.
I don't think they knew. I don't think they knew where they were going. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say I support it is because she tried. They tried. They asked her several times, right? Mm-hmm. Like, please go with us, please. Mama is choosing herself. Good.
Okay.
Yes, and on top of this, maybe this will be the beginning of the breaking of that generational curse of trying to please your family so bad. Mm-hmm. Because even if she can't find her mama, because there's no internet, again, right. Even if she can't find her mama has now set an example for her that when it's time to get the fuck out, you get the fuck out.
Yes.
Maybe she has learned a lesson from this. You can't wait around for your family.
Mm-hmm. And do it with somebody who loves you. Dennis stayed there for
the whole time.
Her. He was not bound to that house or to that family. When she asked him, why did he said, and basically in her condition, somebody got to look out for her. Somebody got to love her. Mm-hmm. Why shouldn't it be me? Dennis, really?
See?
That was pure love.
Him and Madeline were the only, him and Madeline were the only ones that I really did like. That I genuinely liked.
Yeah. I almost wished that he was Gemma's dad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like he would have also, and he did try to look out for Gemma. Even so,
he was honest too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was very honest, and I really wish Gemma would have went. She would have experienced having a mother and father who loved her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But she was still in her space of yeah.
And then Mama technically didn't leave until after she knew that she was safe. Like, the curse had been lifted. Mm-hmm. We all good right now. You choosing to stay here with these crazy people. And what Shorty say, let crazy people be crazy? You want to attach yourself to that.
That's true. That's true. And Gemma, I'm trying to remember it now. Was it the day that she broke the second curse that she realized that that Gemma really was the only one who was not afflicted by the death curse? Because Adam, the enslaved guy, he was the one that inflicted the second curse, and he was the only one. That she was the only one that didn't have to stay.
I love that too.
I feel like if I would have found that out, if I would have saw that vision and found that out, okay, I don't have to die, but the rest, Okay, and I wonder if can you imagine doing all that work and then just for them to be like, thanks, bye. Right. That would have pissed me off. I would have cursed them again. I would have done it again.
And that's love too, because basically wasn't it her daddy and Adam, and Adam told the daddy, you only get one, let it be you. Mm-hmm. What?
That was a crazy scene. It was really good.
I
that.
love that. Yeah. And that's yes, and that was the thing too, because there were parts that were well written, that were the seance scene was one of my favorites. That scene was one of my favorites.
I ain't gonna lie, that little seance scene, I ain't read that fully. I skipped past it a little bit because it just didn't sit right. Just like sometimes when it be TV and spells, I be hitting mute because no thank you.
Okay? Period. I do too. Girl, listen. I don't want that.
I said tap. Yeah.
You gotta cross your eyes a little bit when you're reading the stuff. I ain't trying to have that in my spirit. Hell no.
Nope. I know what the seance is. They did it. Ain't nothing. It's cool.
Yeah.
God.
With you.
God. You know me. I like my spooky shit, so I'm gonna read it. I will say the only thing that I ever watched unmuted, what was that show? American Horror Story, Coven.
Oh yeah.
Which to me is my favorite season. But the spell that they used for Papa Legba, that was the actual.
That was real.
Spell that I did mute that one.
Well, you know,
that
stuff.
Happened to somebody.
Oh yeah, stuff was happening all over that set. And what's her name?
Gabrielle Sidibe?
Yeah, she literally was haunted for a long time after that show. If people be playing, I don't play with demons.
I started watching it, but it was like nighttime, and just the beginning of it, I said, "Oh no, I need to watch it in the daytime with somebody else," because
Yeah,
During the daytime one, and to me that's one of the best. That one and the circus, carnival, circus, carnival.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Those two, yeah, with the clown, the evil clown. Those two are.
I liked Coven. Coven was good, but I definitely was mutant, and I actually liked Roanoke. I liked Roanoke. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I gotta catch up on that one. I gotta watch those.
I have to remember that.
Yeah.
I have to remember that one.
And you want to know another good show that I had to mute? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, keep going. What else did you have to mute? No, because I'm honestly gonna talk about, because I like my spooky stuff. I have that family history in hoodoo, so it's just something that I've always been very drawn to. I'm still scared to dabble in it because I know myself. I'm gonna fuck something up. And then something bad is gonna happen. That's the only reason why I have not messed with it. 'Cause I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna misread something. I'm gonna skip to the part, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, never mind. Because it's like, I don't want to make an altar. I don't want to do all that. That's too much work. I got to give you offerings every day. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I barely forget to. I forget to feed myself. Get you, man. Anyway, what else do you mute?
So the other show that was really good that I muted was Sabrina. I didn't even bother watching season 2. But season 1 was really good. But girl, they was blowing me. They was blowing me with all the hail Satans and spells, because the spells in that show apparently were real as well. And that's when I stopped watching, because I can't. I'm not trying to play that stuff in my house, but the half of that show was muted.
Yeah, the originals. That's probably one of my favorite TV shows. I muted a couple of those too, because
I was just playing.
But that was
I don't need to welcome up.
Yeah,
nothing.
same. I just be keeping it real safe. Let's keep it just to be sure.
But I was like, I do want to rewatch Sabrina, because that was like my other girl crush was Tati, the black witch on the show, with the close shit.
She was really pretty.
She's what? No, her real name is
something
Tati. I
else.
forgot her name. She's in a bunch of stuff, and I know all of it because I love her so much. She's so pretty.
Yeah.
I think she's in a new. Is she gonna be the new Mortal Kombat? I feel like she's gonna be the new Mortal Kombat.
Yes, she is. That's what I was thinking about. I can't wait for that.
Yes.
I love Mortal Kombat movies.
The last question. This pissed me off. Forgiveness is an important theme of the book. Do you think that forgiving someone is the best way to free yourself from anger and other emotions, or do you believe that there are more effective ways for one to find emotional freedom? I
feel like there's freedom, and then there's other things. You don't have to be present to forgive somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that's what bothered me, because I do understand the theme of the book, and I get it, but I feel like it was presented in a toxic way. Like, you do not have to help somebody who shits on you. No, you don't. No, you do not have to stick around a family who treats you terribly because you forgive them. No, you can forgive people and never talk to them again, which would have been the reasonable thing to do in this situation.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I do think it frees you emotionally, because holding on to that stuff gives you heart attacks. I'm convinced. But you don't have to be there
To do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I first read it, I think because I was sending Tia the voice notes because I didn't know how far you were in the book, Rikia, so I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
But I literally told her, I was like, if forgiveness is the answer, is the whole theme to this book, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off because it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
Listen, one thing about me, listen, it is a stereotype in the Greek community that we, especially not even the women, we hold grudges like it's an Olympic sport. Okay? I will, we can forgive and forget. I'm gonna still hold a grudge. I'm gonna forgive you, but I'll still think about it and it'll still piss me off a little bit. Till the day I die. Like that is, and like sometimes I like holding a grudge. I like it. I don't know. It's very toxic. It's fun.
She said it's fun.
Forgive but remember.
Yes, forgive. Exactly. I will forgive. I will never forget. I will never forget anything. You did me wrong.
Yeah.
Because
No,
why
like,
would you forget? Learn your lesson
Right.
from it.
You need to remember
Exactly.
so you
And
don't allow it again.
make the same mistake. Yeah, don't allow it again. And I know, because now if you did something to me, now I know, okay, now I know how I can treat you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm never going to forget. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind for whatever. But again, it is a very toxic forgiveness. But I think it also shows forgiveness without expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of time when you forgive someone, you want them to understand what they did to you and you want them to change too.
Right.
But sometimes you just can't do that. And you have to let people be who they are, as shitty as they might be. Let people be who they are, because if they're not going to change, they're not going to change. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's a good thing in it too.
Yeah, that's a good point, and maybe the author intended for us to get that from it, because she did want them to appreciate her sacrifice.
Right.
She wanted them to understand how wrong they were. She, even with her brother, she tried to get him to understand. He wouldn't. I mean, he tried, but at the end of the day, he was raised how he was raised.
Right.
And that's who he was.
And it's
And
stuck.
yeah. And she wanted them to understand, but sometimes people are who they are. You forgive them and you move on. You can't expect them to feel sorry about what they did. Sometimes they won't.
A lot of times you can't expect you from other people.
Yes.
Just because I'm going to do this and I'm going to say this and treat you this way, I cannot expect that I'm going to get the same in return.
Right.
I'm gonna hire you. That's my therapist says all the time. I'm gonna hire you as my other because she says that all the time. You cannot expect yourself from other people.
That's a good
I think that was her problem. I think that was her big problem, because she knew how she would handle things. But, and even thinking about that, the forgiveness without expectation, even how they treated her as the end, now it makes me wonder, like, the apology thing that they did with the ghost or whatever.
Performative.
Was that yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now that I think about it, I don't think that was real. Maybe they felt it in the moment, but it's like, okay, but now we're back in the same old. I'm back in my comfort now, so I'm gonna go right back to how I am.
And honestly, in life, that's usually how it is. Then once you get the consequences of your actions, you might feel a little sorry. Of course.
You got sorry because you got
Once
caught.
that's done, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh God. So.
It wasn't a bad book, you know. It really wasn't. I feel like the flow of it is what was the major thing for me.
Yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed the story itself. She frustrated me to no end, but again, I think that might be part of what was intended. Maybe. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt.
Well, no.
Oh.
In the words, as much as I love this discussion and talking about it in depth, in the words of Antoine and Blaine from Men on Film and In Living Color, how did I feel about this book? Hated it. 1.9 out of 5.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I did a 3.2. 3.2.
I'm just a bitch.
I mean, you like what you like. Yeah.
I think,
that's
and
what
that's
you
the thing.
like.
It is that. I think what I can't get past bad writing. I can't. And to be very honest, like if it wasn't for this podcast and this episode, I probably would not have finished the book. I was very close to spark noting it.
Yeah. Now that I get.
Yeah.
And for me, it wasn't the writing. It was, like I said, the flow. But it wasn't flowing right for me. And about halfway through, it turned into me just wanting. I needed a resolution.
Yeah. How was this
I
gonna
needed
end?
to. Yeah.
Yes.
It was really good.
Honestly, this
though.
would have been a good duology book.
What's
A good
that?
duology. A duology, instead of like a trilogy, it's a duology, so it's 2 books.
Oh shit!
So if she,
Why have I never heard? Like, it makes all the sense in the world now that you say that. But
so like,
my brain was like,
if she would have ended the book on the scene where Lawrence got his damn head cut, a very Final Destination scene with the wood.
Same thing.
yeah.
If she would have ended it right there, I would have picked up the second book because it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
what else? Because now I'm reinvested, and then maybe I get a little bit of a break, think about it, and then I go into the second one. I think that would have been good
Yeah.
if she did that.
I feel like a nice little thing for me would have been dual timeline. Like, when certain things were happening, it would flash back to when it actually happened. Especially, like, when she found the doll of Fawcett's, like, baby. That would have been a perfect time to flash back to, like, what actually happened there. Because when she said, do the ghosts speak to me? Did they tell you what we did? Did they tell you what I did? What did you do?
Yes, but it was good. But it's like I found a mummified baby corpse and I put it back in the box.
Right. Okay, that's not
And
weird
that's
at all.
And you're not gonna talk to anybody about it. We're just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I
That's
feel like that would have been a nice
shit.
trope.
Yeah.
Oh
for
my
sure.
god. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode 8. We'll be back on October 31st with a very popular book talk pick, The Secret World of Maggie Gray. It's giving HBCU Hogwarts realness. And we're so excited to talk about that. Thank you guys again, and I don't know how to end it. Fuck, we gotta do it again. How do you
I
end
will
it?
edit it.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening.